In this video, I'm going to explain the division of natural numbers. Instead of how to divide the natural numbers, we are going, because you learned this one when you were in primary school, so we are going to try to concentrate the concept of it. And here we are using this notation for division, and I'm going to explain how to use this notation. First, we are writing the dividend here and the divisor here. And in this country, we are using this one like this: A divides B. And the result, the quotient is written here, the C is written here. Then the remainder here, the remainder is written here. Instead of this one, we are using this sign, and this is easier in this book. I think it's easier. And the quotient written here, C times B, and the result, when you divide, the remainder is written here. And A is equal to B times C plus R is called division algorithm. Dividend is equal to divisor times quotient plus remainder, which means A is equal to B times C plus R is the division algorithm. It's going to be, when I solve the questions, we are going to understand better. Okay, here 35 divided by 6, and we know that is 5 times 6 is equal to 30 it's going to be, and when you subtract the remainder it's going to be equal to 5, which means if we write in division algorithm A is equal to B times C plus R, which is equal to 35 is equal to B is equal to here 6, the C is equal to 5, and the remainder is equal to 5. And if we check also here, if we check here, we are going to recognize that 6 times 5 plus 5 is equal to 30 plus 5, which is equal to 35. So this side, left side is equal to left hand side is equal to right hand side also. Okay, now we are going to divide 47 by 3. If you know how to divide, if you are familiar with the numbers, maybe you can easily divide, and you can easily say 15 times 3 is equal to 47, 45 actually, sorry. Then it's equal to, the remainder is equal to 2. But if you are not familiar with the numbers, you should divide this number from left to right. Actually, you should start from the left number, which is 4. 4 divides 3 once. As you understand, only I divide 4 by 3. 4 divides once. 3 times 1 times 3 is equal to 3. And I'm going to find the remainder only between 4 and 3. 4 and 3, the remainder is equal to 1. When I write the 1, my operation finished with the 4. Now I need to come to second step. So 1 is here. I'm going to get 7 down here. And the number remainder becomes 17, and I'm going to check how many times we have 3 in 17. But firstly, I need to tell here 1, it's 2-digit number, but there's no 3 in 1. That's why I need to check 17. In 17, I know that it's going to be 5 times 3 is equal to 15, and the result 17 minus 15 is going to be equal to 2, and as you remember from here, the remainder is equal to 2 again. And if I write this one in division algorithm, 47 is equal to 3 times 15 plus 2 it's going to be, and this is the division algorithm for it. Now I'm going to divide 174 by 3, and it's not possible to divide by 1, so I'm going to try 17. For 17 we are going to say 5 times. 5 times 3 is equal to 15, and here it's going to be equal to the result, it's going to be equal to 2. 17 minus 15 is equal to 2. Then this 4 comes down because we finished with this one, but it's not possible to divide by 3 by 2, so 24 it must be, the number must be 24. You should get this 4 down, and in 24 we have 3 times 8, 24, and the result it's going to be equal to 0. Here we have no remainder case also, and And we can say also like this here, number is divisible, 174 divisible by 3, or that's equivalent to 3 divides 174. All these terms, no remainder, 174 divisible by 3, and 3 divides 174, they are same terms. And we are going to, here for this one also we have one notation, 3 divides 174, and this is no remainder case. When the remainder is 0, we are going to call no remainder, and the number is divisible, or the divisor divides the dividend. We are going to use these terms. Okay. Now we are going to divide two-digit number. 1 and 11 not possible, so in 16 we are going to look for 11. How many times 11 there is in 16? 1, so only 1 times 11 is equal to 11. Then we are going to find the remainder. 16 minus 11 is equal to 5. There is here 50, and it's easy to understand. In 5 we don't have 11, so we are going to try for 50. We got this 0 down, and 50. In 50 we have 4 times 11. 4 times 11, 44, and when we subtract the result, it's going to be equal to 6. So when we check this one, here 160 is equal to 11 times 14 plus 6. It's going to be, this is the division algorithm of 160 divided by 11. Okay, this time we are going to check 23 divided by 640 divided by 23. When we check 23 in 6, we don't have, so in 64 23 there are 2 times 23s, then the result is going to be equal to 46. When you subtract, it's not possible to subtract from 4, so you are going to take 1, and from 14 when you subtract from 14 6, the result is going to be equal to 8. And here you have actually one number, you decrease the number, so you have 5 here, so the result is going to be equal to 18. And 18, in 18 we don't have 23, we should get this 0 down, and we are going to try to find the numbers here, and probably this number is going to be 7, because 7 or 8 times, if we try, no, 7 times, I think 7 times 2 it's equal to 7 times 3 is equal to 21, sorry, 7 times 3 it's equal to 21, and in hand we have 1. 7 times 2 it's equal to 14, and in hand we have 1. That's going to be equal to 160. In hand we have 261. And when you subtract the numbers here, from 0, 1 you cannot subtract, so you are going to get 1 from here, and it's going to be equal to 10. 10 minus 1 is equal to 9. It's going to be, here we have 7. 7 minus 1 it's equal to 1, and here we have 0. We have 1 normally. 1 minus 1 is equal to 0, but 0 is not written, so the result is 19, or the remainder is equal to 19. So 640 is equal to 23 times 27 plus 19. It's going to be, this is the division algorithm of the terms.